Hey guys, it's Core Ross and welcome to 6 News. Today we're going to look at the brand new Moroccan map for the Moroccan season. Now this was released accidentally by one of Ubisoft's platforms and posted on Reddit. There'll be a link in the description below. Now I think the reason is that this was probably actually supposed to come out today officially, but of course in the greater news, there was some really bad news that happened, and I think it probably got pushed back a day. So what we're probably going to see is this actually be officially released tomorrow alongside a blog post. But we can certainly take a little gander through this map and see if we can get any in-depth details by taking a really close look at this. So first up, we have our external kind of aerial view, and it gives us a really good sense of the size of this. So this map brings up a lot of memories from many different things. So first of all, it reminds me of old Ghost Recon maps, but it also reminds me of the recent Assassin's Creed game. I can just imagine sneaking into this fort and silently taking out everyone. But it also, of course, resembles Border as well. So it really is bringing up a lot of memories just looking at this thing. It's a substantial looking map. And there's at least 2 levels. You've obviously got the roof as well. There could be a basement to it, perhaps. There's a lot of courtyard outside. Obviously, there's going to be, I would say, 2 spawns at the front here. And then at the very sides, you might be able to fit in a couple of spawns as well. So probably 4 spawn points in total. A lot of external staircases there that I can see. And they did say there's going to be a lot of kind of roof access on this map. And looking at it, there does seem to be a lot of potential holes, a lot of entryways. There's those towers look like you could probably rappel into them. So there does seem to be a lot of ways in, but not what I would imagine from the initial information they gave us. Now moving on to the side view here, we've obviously got our cannons along the perimeter wall. We've got an external tower there that I think probably will not play a part in the game. Maybe you can rappel up to it and shoot in, but I kind of doubt it. But we'll have to wait and see if that is a thing. Of course, we can see those towers that are part of the building. They look like you should be able to get inside, but sometimes that's not always the case when the actual map comes out. So perhaps not. Definitely an external window there, but otherwise not that many windows on this side. I'm only seeing 2 that look to be accessible, and the rest are solid. Another external tower shot. This is really where it gives me the Assassin's Creed vibes, but the leaders' homes in that game look so much like this. I could just imagine sneaking up to that top level to get in. Now there is barbed wire on the very top of that tower, so I doubt you can actually rappel all the way up there, but certainly you can probably get most of the way. And if you notice, up on the roof, that is Chachanka. So he's got his own little kind of thing built into the map. That is freaking cool. It looks amazing. I'd put one of them on top of my house if I could. That looks insane. I live in a flat, so I can't really go putting anything like that on my roof. Then, interestingly, we've got Maverick. So, out of everyone I thought might be on this map, I didn't really imagine Maverick just walking around it. So, I don't know if they chose him specifically for this map, or, he's just an operator to have to give maybe a sense of scale to it all, perhaps. But yeah, certainly Maverick is there. Now I think obviously this appears to be external, so that's the external double door, and I would guess this is you coming in from the front. Looks really nice. Very bright map, which is good. We've had a lot of dark maps. So this is very bright. It doesn't look like there's many places to hide when it comes to the shadows, which I do like. We haven't really had like a nice bright proper map in a while. Now, of course, another external shot. This could be, again, the front, or it could be maybe one of the sides, even could be the back. And of course, we've got a staircase going up 1 level, which is external. And it almost looks like it's connecting 2 parts of the building together. But I can't see like an actual way for defenders to get over. It'd be interesting if there was like 2 separate buildings disconnected by like an external area. That would be kind of interesting. But this could be buttoned up to the kind of the back of the map that we've seen from the aerial view, which could just be inaccessible. So that could all be just simple, but it does look kind of cool. It does look like it might be at least split down the middle, which would be very different from maps we currently have, and I would quite like to see that. So going inside here, we've got some absolutely beautiful architecture, and of course this is very Border, a very different function. but this definitely feels like border as well. And I don't think you can access any of those top levels. It doesn't seem like it. There doesn't, as far as I can tell, there's no natural light coming in, so I don't think there's any way to get in up there. But it's gorgeous. I could imagine some really cool gunfights actually happening in there. Now we've got Jackal actually moving through the building now. So again, don't know if it's a deliberate choice to have Jackal moving around. And it looks really cool. This could be the double door for the front entrance, but of course there's no way for us to be sure. Now this is gorgeous. This looks like a nice place for your team to just chill out. Like, damn, this is where the leader would hang out. Really nice, very comfy, and very luxurious. Doesn't look like there's much practicality when it comes to the gun battles. You're not going to be able to use any of that really for cover, and I would expect it's probably one of the external rooms. Obviously, there's no windows. Again, we have only seen like a couple so far, so not many windows. Again, not much in the way of roof access as well. Even though we know this map is going to have a lot of roof access, we're not seeing any going into the actual rooms as of yet. Now we've got an internal corridor. We've got some breachable surfaces there. I would say the ceiling to me looks like it's probably breachable in some way to at least shoot down. And of course we've got a stairway, which we get a look at later as well. Then we have this internal corridor. Now, I think it's internal. It doesn't look like natural light, but it looks like a big courtyard it's almost going into, even though I think there's a roof on top of it. But I don't know. Reminds me of Border again. Definitely just the feel of it. It's very Border. The look, the way it's positioned, even the corridors is very, very Border. That window at the top there looks, I think, like it's open. I think it looks into a room. So I think someone could be up there shooting down. Otherwise, maybe it's not. Maybe it's solid and it's just there for aesthetics. Then we're back to Maverick. We've got kind of a small hospital area. And it's quite interesting, but nothing major to give away. I think we have solid roofs here. This does feel more like a sub room, but it's probably on the ground floor. I don't think it has a basement. We've got a breachable surface on the right hand side and this big archway, which looks very reminiscent of something in like the Parabellum map for sure there. Then we get a look at that staircase from earlier, and yeah, pretty nice, big, bright staircase. No darkness again. There is definitely natural light on this shot coming in from above. So I would say this whole staircase would appear to be potentially accessible from above. Very much like Bank, I would think. Now we've got this gorgeous room. This looks medieval. Really nice. Beautiful. Now we can see natural light coming in, but the windows don't look like you could shoot through them and don't look like you can breach through them either. Although, it would be kind of cool if you could like just jump in and down onto that table. That'd be cool. I think those walls, I get the feeling they're breachable. They look quite new. Of course, Border does have those arch parts at the top. But the breachable surfaces, if they are breachable, that would be a new texture they've never used before for breachable surfaces. So that would be cool to see. Pretty decent room. Pretty interesting. And again, still not seeing any major roof access apart from obviously stuff like this where we've kind of got like a small courtyard. Definitely natural light coming in. So rappelling in there would be an option. Thing is, I would much prefer roof hatches so I can jump in. Whereas if I have to rappel in, usually end up getting freaking killed. So I'm not a big fan of rappelling in. It makes you very vulnerable. And there's a lot of that in this map. I'm not a big fan of that. So we've got nice tile work here. Now the way that window is positioned, this would definitely be the inside, but obviously there's a lot of natural light coming in. So again, probably another open courtyard kind of area that's bringing that light in, although it does look to be stained glassed. So it might be that it's not breachable. It might just be a really, like it would seem to be a big stained glass window to be casting that amount of light, but it is gorgeous. And then in the next shot, we actually see what's casting that light. And it's these big windows. And I think these must be like, because you can't quite tell with this position, but I think they must be substantial in size. And again, it is another courtyard that you can rappel in. So I think we're going to get a map with just tons of courtyards that you can rappel into, which I don't like because you usually get shot so easily. But yeah, a very big courtyard yet again. So this map definitely has some major roof access points. And of course, I think it has 2 floors. I don't think it's got a basement, so I'm thinking 2 floors. But substantial. From the aerial view, we get to see a lot. So I would say this is a very, very big map. And I do wonder if it's split down the middle in some way, which would be really cool. Of course, we've already got something like that with Canal. It would be nice to have something like that again, although balancing it would be really hard. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Of course, this will probably go officially live tomorrow, this actual teaser for the map, which means it will give us a little bit higher resolution look at it, but also we'll get a blog post alongside it as well. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments below, and I'll catch you next time.